It's Sunday. I've cleaned my place from top to bottom to prepare for Yuki's visit, making sure we have plenty of space and surface to work with. I imagine he's probably just as nervous as I am. He's clearly an introvert, and a little shy besides. Maybe he'll open up a little when it's just the two of us. We've already texted back and forth a bit. It's slow, but I've already learned a little about him. Putting Yuki aside, I haven't heard a peep from Satori since he went home early on Friday. We don't text and talk all the time or anything, but I can't help worrying after what Monaco told me. I don't like that the last time I saw him, he was shaking and crying. I decided to check on him before my visit with Yuki. We've known each other so long, I feel comfortable just going in like family. The house is quiet. I can't find him anywhere on the first floor, so I assume he's up in his room. His not running down to greet me at the front door is strange. Satori?
Hi, Kazakura.
He's sitting on his bed, head down, hands in his lap. I sit beside him. He raises his eyes to me and forces a smile. It's easy to tell something's different.
You haven't come over like this in a long time.
I guess not. It's been a while. His room is as messy as it's always been. I recognize the same faded movie posters on his walls, the toys and collectibles he's had since I've known him, all scattered and abandoned around the floor. Not much has changed, has it?
If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess.
That's because I end up cleaning it for you.
Why'd you come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuki today?
Wait, how did you know about that? You had gone home by the time that was decided.
Monaco told me. He's really good about keeping me current on things with the club.
Aren't you helping him today too?
Well, yeah, but just online. We're not meeting up or anything.
Okay, it's just me and Yuki then.
Uh-huh.
A long silence passes between us. He stares off in a random direction. I guess there's nothing to do now but get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. The way you left the other day had me really worried about you. And if you're about to tell me I shouldn't worry, that nothing's wrong, please don't. I know you well enough to know when something's wrong. You can't hide it from me. Satori smiles a little, shaking his head.
This sucks. Why can't it be like it was?
What?
This is no good at all. And it's my fault. If I hadn't been so weak and let you see me that way, if I hadn't made that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't be so worried. You wouldn't be here. You wouldn't even be thinking of me right now. You'd be at home, getting ready to see Yuki.
What? Satori, what are you... Seriously, what?
This is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm being punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world had you come over today. It just wants to punish me. It wants to torture and punish me for being so horrible.
Satori! I gently but firmly take his hands in mine and look directly into his eyes. Are you listening to yourself? Something must have happened to you. There's no other reason you could possibly be like this. Please, just tell me. Until I know what's wrong, I won't be able to think about anything else. Satori gives me an empty smile.
You got me cornered, you know? But you're wrong. Nothing happened. It's always been like this for me. You're just seeing it for the first time.
Seeing what?
You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you? Well, if anyone deserves to know, I guess it's you. The thing is, I struggle with really bad depression. I have my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? It's sure not because I don't love walking with you. The truth is, most days, I can't even motivate myself to get out of bed. I know how worthless I am, so why bother with anything?
Satori, that's not...
But it is, Kosakura. At least, it sure feels like it. Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why grow close to good people and force them to put time and energy into caring about someone as worthless as me? That's what it feels like all the time. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. That's why I don't want anyone to worry about me. I'm not worth that.
I'm such a horrible friend. How could I not know this? How could I have been so selfish as to not watch him more closely, to be there for him more? I am in shock. But hearing him say it, it explains so much. But knowing is only half of it. I'm completely at a loss for what to do. You're wrong.
Huh?
You're wrong, Satori. I care so much about you. God, I wish I had known. I would have been a better friend. I would have done anything I could to make things better for you. I hate the idea of you hurting. Why? Why didn't you just tell me?
You don't understand. It's not that easy. I never told you because if I told you, then you'd have to waste your effort caring about me. You have so much more important things to do than waste your time on me. I don't want anyone to care about me. I don't deserve that. It feels nice sometimes, but it's also crushing. It's suffocating. It's so heavy, this feeling. That's why I wanted you to be friends with everyone else. All the people I love and care about being happy. That's the one thing that makes me feel like I'm not just like as worthless as I am. At least I'm still doing something good, you know?
I don't, Satori. I don't know anything about this. I don't understand anything. But I'm here for you. And you're not worthless.
There's more. I see the way you are with everyone. I see how they look at you. How you look at them. I see you getting closer with all of them. And it feels like a sword piercing my heart. That's when I figured it out. That's when I realized the world just wants to torture me. If I stay put, there's pain. If I move in any direction, there's just more fucking pain.
I genuinely can't remember if I've ever heard Satori curse before. I know I've never seen him like this. He looks lost, adrift with nothing to hold on to. Desperately, I want to be that for him. I scoot closer and squeeze his hands. They're limp and unresponsive. I want to help you. I want to make it better. Please, just tell me. How can I make you happy? anything in the world you need from me, just say it.
No, Kozakura. I'm sorry. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have possibly helped was if things could stay the way they've always been. But I was selfish. I showed you what a horrible, worthless waste of a person I am. And I ruined everything.
Tears trail slowly down his cheeks. I hate seeing them, but I'm the worst kind of helpless. I'm helpless to make them stop. Helpless to make my best friend smile again.
I made you join the club because I was selfish. And my heart began hurting in a way I didn't understand. And I made you worry. And I made you come here. And now I made you hurt too. I'm weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept this pain. Because it's all that I deserve.
He squeezes me fiercely for a few seconds and then lets me go. I stand up and move in front of him, wrapping him in a tight embrace that nestles his face in my chest.
Huh? What are you... Kozakura?
No.
What?
No, Satori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy you made me join your club. Seeing you every day, making new friends, it's made it all worth it to me. Please, never underestimate how much I care about you. You are so important to me. He's limp against me. His tears dampen my shirt and his arms dangle bonelessly at his sides.
Kozakura, no. Why are you... Please, no. Don't do this. Please don't do this to me. Just let me go.
I don't know if this is what I'm supposed to do, but it feels natural. It feels normal, and normal is what we need right now. Like right now. I need him to know that I care. If you have it in you to consider yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what has to happen, no matter what it takes, I'll do it all for you. I'll make these feelings go away, and I'll make you just as happy as you've always made me. Me and everyone else who cares about you. But, Satori, if there's anything you need me to do, you better tell me. I'll get mad at you if you don't. Do you understand?
I don't know. Fuck Kozakura, I don't know. I don't know anything.
Shh, it's okay. I don't have all the answers either, but I'm here. And I need you here too, okay? I need you here with me.
It's all so scary. I don't understand this. I don't understand why. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But you're so warm. And that's scary too.
He hugs me feebly for a few seconds and then lets me go. Reluctantly, I release him and step back. You know, the festival is tomorrow.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be a lot of fun, isn't it?
It is.
Will you spend it with me?
Yeah. Okay. I think that'll be real nice.
Thank you. There you go, making me happy again. He wipes his eyes on his sleeve and gives me a tiny ghost of a smile. I wish I could stay here all day with you. Maybe I should call Yuki and cancel?
No. Please, don't make Yuki suffer just because of my rain clouds. If you hurt him and ruin this event we're all working so hard on, I'd never forgive you.
But it's almost time for me to meet him. Please come with me, won't you? You can help, it would be fun.
I'm sorry, but no. I don't think that's what I need today. You understand, don't you?
I don't, but I'm trying to. Really, I am.
Don't worry about it too much right now, okay? You go have fun. I'll see you tomorrow at the festival.
I'll hold you to that. I'm really looking forward to it. As I approach my house, I see something that both embarrasses me and causes me to put on a burst of speed. Yuki! Hi!
There you are. I suppose I'm a little early.
Sorry. I wasn't home yet. Were you here long?
No, I had just gotten here. I was growing more nervous with every unanswered ring of the doorbell, though.
Could have texted me, you know.
For some reason, that hadn't occurred to me.
Well, anyway, let's go inside. You brought a lot of stuff with you.
I did. All of it is vital. Speaking of which, did you manage to find everything I asked you for?
I think so. I hope so.
I'm certain it will be fine.
I take Yuki to my room. Now that we're here, I'm feeling a little vulnerable. I can only imagine how Yuki would have responded if we were in his. Probably something similar to that near catatonia we saw after he read his poem to the club. The first thing he does is glance curiously around, which makes me feel self-conscious.
It's so clean. Do you live like this?
Hardly. I cleaned it before you got here.
Most considerate of you.
Are you kidding? I would have been so embarrassed for you to see what it looked like before.
I'm sure it looks perfect to levels of normal and lived in.
Yeah, maybe. Still, the thought of someone saying, hey, don't touch that! I caught sight of a dresser drawer I apparently forgot to close all the way earlier. The edge of something pink and lacy just visible inside of it. He's reaching for it, but I catch his wrist before he can get to it and slam it shut.
I'm sorry. I wasn't going to look. Just close it.
I let go of his wrist and he reaches for his bag.
Let's get started.
Let's.
I brought a few different things I could really use your help with. Decorations, atmospheric enhancements.
Atmospheric enhancements? That sounds fancy.
To some, maybe. Mood lighting, aromatherapy candles, incense.
I didn't know you planned on taking it that far.
I was thinking about what they were saying in the club room on Friday. This is our chance to make an impression. I want our guests to find that same place I do when I read. Although, some will stop by just for the sake of their own curiosity. And cupcakes, I guess. Still, I'm determined to do my part.
That's awesome. It's easy to forget how intense you can be.
Intense.
I think that's the best way to put it.
Is that a bad thing?
It's not. Relax.
Oh, relax? Yes. I brought a few things to help with that. I plan on using them for the literature event. Would you like to see?
Of course. Yuki rummages through his bag and comes out with a few candles and a wooden object shaped like a cylinder.
I picked a lot of this stuff up on the way over. I'm thinking we'll cover the clubroom's windows with black paper, then rely on the candles to light the room. I feel that would look beautiful.
Yeah, wow. You put a lot of thought into this. What's this wood thing?
This is a diffuser.
A what?
It's basically a small humidifier. How much do you know about aromatherapy?
Not even a little bit, honestly. His face lights up at that. He looks the way he did when I asked him what sorts of books he likes to read on the first day.
It does does wonders for contributing to a creative and positive atmosphere. I'll show you.
He juggles the candles uncertainly for a moment, then puts them away again. I hear a small click as he hits a switch on the bottom of his diffuser and sets it on the dresser.
Its mechanical function is to fill the air in a room with the scent of whatever herbs or oils you decide to load into it. This one is smaller than the one I plan to bring to the event, as it's meant only to affect this bedroom. The other one is stronger and should permeate the clubroom nicely. Depending on the chosen scent, you can foster any number of moods and feelings, and they're carried through the air itself to everyone around you. Isn't that magical? The ability to choose what someone might feel coming into a space you prepared. Relaxation, romance, peace, reflection.
A thin ray of vapor begins to spout from a small hole at the top as he explains. It smells nice. I really like it. What mood is this mixture for?
Not a mixture, really. It's a jasmine essential oil.
It smells sweet. Kind of flowery.
The choice was a deliberate one. It provides more than just relaxation. It actually enhances your emotions. You start to feel warmer. And your heart pounds more heavily. Isn't that just perfect?
For sharing poems?
Huh? Oh, yes. Of course. Sharing poems.
I nod and he smiles again, clearly enjoying himself. He dips back into his bag and takes out several spools of ribbon, setting them down on the bed that is our work surface.
Did you purchase the origami paper I mentioned?
Right here.
Very good. This is not actually for folding origami. What I would like for us to do is write a single word on each paper, words pertaining to literature and creativity, irony, simile, deuterogonist, things like that. We'll need about 100 of them.
Wow, cool. What for?
I'm going to cut lengths of the ribbon here. See? We'll affix them to the top of the doorframe of the clubroom. The words you write will be attached at intervals along the length of each one. Think of a beaded curtain, but with written words instead of beads.
Wow, that's really creative. You're good at this.
Part of that intensity you mentioned, I guess.
He's definitely more relaxed than I've ever seen him. Maybe it's the jasmine or the simple joy of sharing something he cares about. Maybe it's me?
Here's a marker. Put any literary terms and phrases you can think of. I'll help once I've cut the ribbons.
The two of us kneel beside my bed and get to work. I very, very carefully do as asked, trying not to ruin this great idea with my bad handwriting. Beside me, Yuki unspools a strip of dark-colored ribbon to his desired length and pinches it between thumb and forefinger. With his free hand, he tugs a knife from a discreet sheath at his waist I hadn't noticed before. Oh. Wow, okay. It's a striking weapon, with a blade tinted midnight blue, a beautiful rendering of a full moon set into the pommel, and a slim handle wrapped in supple leather. Something tells me that's not for slicing bread or indulging your raven.
Well, it's not for slicing bread.
What?
Huh?
He holds it deftly, and in a single swift motion severs the ribbon. Wow. Hey, I'm sure I have scissors around here somewhere.
Not necessary.
He is starting to feel awkward, I can tell. That timidity so typical of him at school is creeping back in. What is it?
You're gonna think it's weird.
Don't get shy on me now. Slice the bread. I'm not going to judge.
I'm kind of into knives. I can't help it. The gleam, the sharpness, the beauty and craftsmanship. In evolving, we sacrificed our teeth and claws for our human ingenuity. That inventiveness, that adaptability allowed us to create... You're making fun of me.
He's beginning to close off. I smile at him and shake my head emphatically. I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you got. That's not that weird, you know. People collect knives all the time. And it fits you.
Fits me?
It's kind of intense. It's a beautiful knife, though.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Would you like to hold it?
Can I?
Yes, of course. Gently, okay?
He carefully takes it by the blade and offers me the handle. It's heavier than I thought it would be, but it feels like it was sculpted perfectly to be held. I can feel grooves for each finger beneath the leather, and the pad of my thumb rests perfectly on the face of the moon. This thing is awesome!
Be careful.
I execute a few clumsy and ridiculous thrusts and slices in the air before me, pretending to be Elsa from Re:Zero. Yuki hovers somewhere between enchantment with the room's ambient light reflecting off the blade, and trepidation with the way I'm handling his knife.
That's really sharp.
It is? I cease my deadly dance and reach for the blade with one finger. I'm bleeding on my skirt before I even realize I'm cut. In my surprise, I let the knife fall to the carpet with a thud. Ow! Fuck! I mean, frick!
Yes, it is. Damn it, let me see.
Yuki takes my hand and angles it to get a good look. The cut is thin, but seeps blood steadily. That was stupid. He stares at my finger and fidgets. I'll clean it up and get a band. Without warning, Yuki leans down and licks along the blood trail on my skin. Then he takes my finger in his mouth and curls his tongue repeatedly against the cut. I squeal and yank my hand away.
Oh God, what did I just...
Everything! You just did everything ever. Yeah, give me a few minutes. I'm gonna go clean up. In the bathroom, I get a closer look at my finger. It feels worse than it is, thankfully. A thorough wash, a dab of peroxide, and a Band-Aid have things as good as they're gonna get without a day or two to heal. Back in my room, Yuki is halfway through packing up his supplies. His movements are stilted and awkward, and he refuses to make eye contact.
Yeah. I'll just finish cleaning up and be out of here. You'll never have to see me again. I'll leave the club so you can still go there and, whatever.
I blink a few times, watching him. He withers and eventually stills beneath my gaze.
Look, I understand. I'm sorry. I'll just go.
I shake my head and go back to the pile of papers. The marker I was using rolled onto the floor at some point. I pick it up.
Kozakura.
I'm not really mad, not scared either. He's definitely weird but pretty harmless. The thought of him squirming is a little cute though. I don't look at him. I write plot twist on a paper, then turning point on another one. I write resolution on a third piece of paper, then finally turn around and hand it to him. He reads it, then looks questioningly down at me.
Resolution? What resolution?
Without warning, I catch his hand in my own and bring it to my mouth. His fingertip is cool against my tongue, as I subject him to the same treatment he gave me.
What the...
Now we're even. We're both weird as all hell, but we're even.
Weird?
Even, yes. Now finish cutting your ribbons. The festival is in less than 24 hours. He stares at me a moment longer. Long enough for me to realize that as weird as it was for him to lick the blood from my cut, I'm probably ahead of the game being on my knees in front of him with his hands still captive bare centimeters from my mouth. I I blush bright red, shove his hand away, and turn back to my work papers, trying to avoid any of my own squirming.
Why are you so amazing?
Excuse me? Instead of plunging us further into the thick mire of jasmine-scented air and teenaged hormones, Yuki finally does what I asked him and finishes cutting the ribbons. At the end of it all, we staple the words along the ribbons and lay them all out on my bed. They look great. They're going to look even better as a door curtain for the clubroom.
Now, I would like to create a banner. You remember the paint tablets from the shopping list?
Yeah.
Good. We'll need a few cups of water to put them in. Would you bring me some?
Sure. How many?
6 should suffice nicely. And not too much water in the cups, alright? We don't want the paint to get too diluted.
It takes longer than I expected to find what I need. I decide to use small plastic bathroom cups instead of full-size glasses. Once they're all half full of water, I bounce them on a paper plate to catch any paint that might drip, and make my way back to my room, hoping Yuki isn't bored in there. Yuki?
Yes? Hi.
He's facing away from me, but I can see him tugging his sleeve back down into place over his left arm. Once done, he turns back. There's a deep flush high in his cheeks. Hi. Are you okay?
Hi, yes, I'm fine. Nothing's wrong. Let's mix the paint.
He hurriedly unwraps the paint tablets and drops them into the cups.
I was thinking a gradient across the banner. It would begin at the left edge with colors of a sunrise, giving way to daytime to the right. Past that, sunset, and ending with night.
That sounds really pretty.
Thank you. Once the paint dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium in the club room, sort of a backdrop for everyone who decides to share a poem.
Cool. What are you going to write?
That's a surprise.
You're full of those. He looks awkward for a moment but says nothing. We roll out the blank banner and kneel on opposite sides of it with our paintbrushes. He makes a few dots across the banner to serve as a color guide, and off we go. This reminds me of grade school a little bit, painting with watercolors across a big banner. Only back then, I would just dip my entire hand in the paint and slap the banner to leave handprints all over. This is relaxing.
I'm sorry if it's too childish. We can try something else.
I just said it was relaxing. Do we need to turn up the diffuser?
No, I suppose not. You're really having fun?
I am.
I'm glad. I don't necessarily need to go out to have fun. In fact, generally I prefer not to. The club is something of an outlier for me, and that normally I am happy spending time with just one person. Painting, reading, we don't even need to talk. Just the feeling of having someone there beside me is enough to make me happy.
Interesting. Yuki is different from me. He's probably different from everyone. But in this, I think I understand him completely. I feel the same way about games and anime. Even just sharing the experience with someone makes me happy. I know just what you mean.
Somehow, I knew you would.
Yuki reaches for a dry paintbrush at the exact same time I lean to the side to get a better look at what I'm doing. As a result, the side of his head jars my elbow and my hand jerks.
Oh, oops, sorry.
Oh man! It was my painting hand that jerked. While his t-shirt somehow avoided the fallout, his face and neck are now speckled with drops of sunset red. Are you okay?
It just startled me. My fault. I should have asked you to hand me the brush instead of reaching that far. Did I get some on me?
You did. Hold on. I'll be right back. A few minutes later, I'm kneeling beside him with a washcloth in hand, doing what I can to wipe him off. What is it?
Warm. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I'm not going to clean you up with cold water.
complaining.
I'm used to mopping Satori up, so this is pretty normal for me. On the other hand, Yuki's expression is almost euphoric. That's much better.
Wait.
When I go to pull my hand away, he gently catches my wrist and holds me in place.
Just a few moments more, please. It feels nice.
I oblige him, keeping my hand still against his neck. Slowly, he tugs the washcloth from my grip. That leaves us skin to skin. He shifts a little on his knees, bringing the pulse of his throat directly against my fingers. I can feel it quicken as he looks into my eyes, his expression blissful and dazed. His lips are slightly parted, and his breath has gone shallow. Yuki? What's happening? Is it the jasmine? Is it the feel of his firm grip on my arm? Why am I feeling so warm and dizzy? Was his face that close to mine before?
God. Sorry.
He pulls back and lets go of me. I shake my head to clear it.
Okay. Okay. Where's the orange?
And just like that, we're back to work, both trying like hell to ignore what just happened.
I could not have imagined it would look this good.
I add a few final white dots to the night sky for stars, then set down my paintbrush and step back to view the banner as a whole. Yuki's right. It looks amazing.
I am most pleased with this.
So am I. Are you going to add the quote now?
I don't think so. Not just yet. It has to dry.
That could take a while.
You're right. Perhaps it would be best to leave it here overnight. If you bring it in the morning, I can do the lettering well in time for the event. Would that be all right with you?
Yeah, that's okay with me.
Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's much else for us to do here.
Whew!
You don't need to sound so relieved our time together is finished. You were having a little fun at least, weren't you?
What? Of course I was! I just wasn't sure we'd get everything done in time for tomorrow.
I was worried also. We cut it pretty fine, but we managed. I have to get home and get started on dinner soon.
Oh. Okay. So you don't have any more time at all? I was secretly hoping for a bit of leisure time with him after everything was finished.
I'm sorry. It would be irresponsible for me to linger much longer. I was hoping for more time as well.
It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker.
It is not your fault at all. And the important thing is we got everything done.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to be disappointed.
He is crestfallen as he gathers his supplies together. I understand why completely. Seeing him spend time in a more private and relaxed setting and seeing him at school are night and day, and I get the feeling he doesn't get to experience the former as much as he might like to. Maybe that can change?
Thank you very much for having me over today. I genuinely enjoyed myself.
Of course! I'm just so glad I was able to help. Let me know if there's anything you need me to do or bring tomorrow.
I will.
He fidgets awkwardly and adjusts his bag.
I suppose I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, wait! About today. I kind of speak without thinking. It's fine we didn't get as much time as we wanted today. Because we can do this again. It doesn't have to stop here. Whenever you want, you can come over, or maybe we can go hang out somewhere. Well, you don't like going out places. As I stumble over that last bit, Yuki smiles at me. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. So, yeah.
You You're so thoughtful, Kozakura.
He takes a step closer to me and slowly squeezes my hand.
It's one of the numerous things I like about you.
My face heats up. Reflexively, my hand tightens on his. What do I say to that?
Satori! Hey.
And then he lets go of me and steps back. Huh? I turn to look. It's Satori, all right. Standing at the bottom of my porch steps, beaming as brightly as ever as he looks up at us.
Hey guys, I hope I'm not...
Satori! We weren't just now, we just weren't!
It's okay, Kozakura. I just came by to say hi.
It's great to see you. But I'm afraid I was just on my way out.
Oh, really? That's too bad.
I really am sorry. But we'll all be together at the festival tomorrow. So that's okay, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, good. Oh, okay. So I'll see you both tomorrow.
Clearly embarrassed, Yuki hurries off. Satori waves goodbye after him. Satori, I thought you didn't want to come over today.
Well, I tried staying in my room, but I kept having not so great thoughts. So I thought I'd come see for myself.
See what? What are you talking about?
Come on, Kozakura, you know.
Know what?
How much fun you were having with Yuki. And how close you two got. I'm glad that you're making such good friends. That's all that matters to me.
Tears fill his eyes again and begin to trail down his cheeks.
That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Kozako? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Instead, it feels like I'm being crushed. It hurts. Everything hurts. Why can't I just fucking disappear?
Satori, I need you to please stop talking like that.
It's true. If I was gone, you wouldn't have to waste sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to deal with my selfishness. Monica was right. I should just...
Monica was right about what? I come down the steps and stand close to him, putting a gentle hand on his upper arm. Satori, what I said before is true. I can't let this continue. Caring about you isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something I wouldn't trade for anything else. I promise you, even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be right here beside you until you don't hurt anymore.
But...
He looks away from me. I stand even closer and put my other hand on him reassuringly.
I'm scared. I'm really, really scared.
What are you scared of, sweetie?
I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me.
Satori?
It's true, isn't it? I was weak. I allowed myself to care too much about you. I did this to myself. Kozakura, I love you. I love you so much I want to die. And you don't need...
Satori, that's enough. I'm gonna make it all better, okay?
What? How could you possibly?
Remember how we said we always take care of each other? I slide my hands down his arms and lace fingers with him, forcing his tearful gaze up to meet mine. Do you still think that?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you don't understand this, even if it's scary for you, I'm here. And I know what you need. Satori, I love you.
Kozukura, please don't make fun of me.
Stop that now. These are my true feelings, so there's no way you could like me more than I like you.
You're not just saying that to...
I'm not! I should have realized it sooner, but getting to know everyone else, making friends, seeing you every day and spending time with you, it made me realize that you are the most important person to me. Yes, dummy, I choose you. And that's why I'll share any of the burdens you carry, okay? As long as we have each other, I'm sure we can be happy. And it's what I want more than anything in the world. He's thunderstruck. His previously anguished expression dissolves into probably the sweetest and most exhausted smile I've ever seen on him. He falls against me, and though I have to strain just a little, it feels amazing supporting him. For the first time, I feel like I'm doing something useful.
Kozukura!
He hugs me back, clings to me, and I just melt inside. In this moment, everything is as close to okay as it can be, and I'm determined to make things perfect for us.
Is this really okay?
It's more than okay. For the second time today, I pulled his tired, teary face into my chest and hold him there.
I don't want to let go.
You'll never have to let go of me again. I love you.
I love you too. I want to be with you forever.
We stand there for entirely too long, my cheek resting against the side of his head, our arms around each other. I'm on the verge of inviting my new boyfriend. Oh wow, what a thought. Inside when I feel his grip weaken.
What is this?
Satori.
I'm supposed to be happy. You told me you love me. How am I not walking on air right now?
Shh.
It's still dark. Even now, the rain clouds won't go away. Why won't they go away?
Sweetie, it's okay. It might take time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, you're not alone anymore. You see me, don't you? You feel me? I'm right here. And I'm not leaving.
Okay. I trust you.
Finally, we separate, but still stand close to each other. It's funny. We all worked as hard as we could on the festival, and the festival's gonna be our first date.
I guess you're right. We don't have to talk about that just yet, though, okay? I don't want anything to change for now, even if we are together. I've wanted it so much, for so long, but it's still scary.
I understand. We'll do it the best way we can to make us both happy. He takes a half step back from me and smiles sadly, gazing into my eyes.
Hey, even if I get really sad, even if it just feels like I'm being torn up inside, this is best for me, isn't it?
Satori, is this making you feel sad?
I don't know. I don't know, and it's killing me.
I don't understand. We both want this, don't we? Why are you still sad?
I don't know. I should be happy right now. I should be filling entire notebooks with poems of love and happiness. I should be drawing pictures of you while not paying attention in class. Even if I always get your bow wrong.
Oh my god, Satori.
Instead, when you told me you loved me, It was like 1,000 tiny thorns piercing my heart all at once. Doubt, fear, pain. Always with the pain. But that's why I want to trust you. You always know what's best for me.
I do. I promise. I say that, but I'm having just as much trouble understanding him as he is. I've never felt less sure what to do. I know I love him and he loves me. Why can't that be enough? I can comfort him and be there for him. I can let him know that he's loved, but something in the back of my mind won't rest, won't stop signaling that there's something else I could be doing for him. These thoughts will probably continue to gnaw at me until things go back to the way they were. Is that what he means by not wanting things to change? I don't know. But I know I will give it my everything. Satori is the most important person to me, and I will do whatever it takes to have a happy future with him. Well, we'll see you at the festival.